What is your definition of success? The definition of success is very broad. It depends on who you're talking to, right? It can be a million things. Somebody's success could be getting this job. Somebody's success could be achieving this amount of money, this car, I don't know, this career. But with me, all those things, of course, are a part of my success. One day, hopefully, that I can achieve. But truly, with this content that I do, with my life goals, really, there is no better way to define my success as at least helping one person out every single day. And since I'm not in school, since I'm not outside every single day, since I'm barely outside, a way that I can help someone every day, at least one person, is through these videos. When I started posting these videos, it didn't start off as trying to help another person. If I'm being honest with you, it started off as simple vlogs, simple friendship vlogs where me and my friends hang out, go on vacation, things like that. I had no goal in my mind to at least help one person out with those videos. My goal was truly to just get my name out there and start within my content creation journey / dream. But then I realized that even with these simple vlogs, I had people DMing me that it's helped them reach out to their friends again. It's helped them pick their camera back up and start vlogging. And I'm like, what? You're telling me I helped you in a good way too. I helped you get back with your friends. I helped you pick your camera back up and start going within your hobby again. And that's when I realized that this content creation stuff has an impact on people that I did not think of / notice. But now that I'm on a little bit more of a different content route, I still do vlogs and things like that, but I started putting my face out there. And it's because I wanted to get a little bit more personal with my community, with the people that see my videos. I feel like there's a much deeper impact, there's a much deeper connection when I share my thoughts, when I share my experiences in life, when I put it out there. People might relate, people might hate it, people might think it's cringe, but most importantly, people will genuinely find this inspiring. People will find something in their lives that can help them connect with what I'm saying, right? And that's what you call a genuine connection, because people feel what I'm saying. And that's what builds a very, very strong community. But that's despite the point. Reason why I'm also doing this is because I feel like this is really what Jesus has called me to do. And I really want people to experience Jesus as to how I also experienced Jesus. There's no better feeling than experiencing Jesus for the first time, really feeling him in your heart, mind, and soul, and really genuinely crying out your tears because you realize how much your pride and ego is holding you back to experiencing and feeling the love of God. And I still experience it till this day. It's not only a first time thing, you'll experience it within your days of life. And that's why, and honestly, that's why I'm trying to get people to learn about Jesus, learn about God, is because you won't experience this if you don't at least accept him first. You gotta accept him into your life in order to experience it. You can't just be, I'm gonna say it, you can't just be going to clubs, parties all day, hooking up, doing things that are against the faith, or that you're going through pride, ego, lust, things like that. You're not gonna experience God's love if you don't at least try to change. I said it. That might piss a lot of people off, especially when I mention clubs, parties, things like that. I get it, man. Have fun by all means, but you can also have fun without committing a sin, without having to do these things that are destroying your body, your mental, your physical slowly. Having fun, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I get it. You've built that relationship, you've built that, I guess, consistency of just that being your safe route, your safe zone. But if it's going against God, if it's going against the beliefs of what you say yourself to be, a quote-unquote Christian, quote-unquote Catholic or whatever, you won't experience God's true love. You won't experience His word. You won't hear Him if you don't at least try to change. You gotta put effort into changing your ways, into changing your everyday doings in order to really see what God's trying to tell you. I think I got a little bit off track there. I think I was talking about definition of success. But if you want to really experience God's love, if you want to feel and hear His word and see the changes that He's done to your life that you haven't noticed yet because you're still continuing on with your lustful and worldly, fleshly, and humanly desires, you gotta change. You gotta change something. You're gonna have to give up something. You're gonna have to sacrifice something. That comes with God's love. Sacrifice is one of the things that it's a must in this walk with Christ. You're gonna have to sacrifice something that is holding you back from really experiencing God's true glory. And that's what it's called with being reborn again through Christ. You give up your life, you give up your worldly self, and then Christ reborns you with this new image that Christ really made you to be. But with that being said, that's going to be a whole different topic. Definition of success. Whatever that may be for you, just make sure it's all for the glory of God. Because if it's not, I'm going to have to say it, it's a worldly desire. It's a humanly desire. It's a fleshly desire. You're doing these things, you're achieving these goals and dreams because you really do feel like God has called you to do it. And there's a certain feeling with that I just can't explain. You have to experience it. And you'll know, with this content of mine, you guys may probably think, oh, I'm just posting videos just to get famous, just so I can get money without having to work an actual job. No. Those are benefits, yes, those are cool. But I'm truly doing this for the glory of God because truly, when you experience these things, from my experience, when I started gaining followers, when I started getting brand deals, it didn't take away my focus from Lord above, from Jesus. I kept my eye on Him, and I realized, and I thanked Him. I was genuinely appreciative. I was grateful for every position of my life. And Jesus just kept bringing it up, and bringing it up that I couldn't even believe where I'm at right now. Right now, I can't believe it. And even yet, I'm grateful, but I'm not satisfied to a point, right? You can't be grateful and be comfortable. You have to be grateful and keep reaching up to the top. But whatever happens, you have to be grateful because you are now in a prayer that you used to pray about. And times will get rough. There will be times where things fail. All a part of God's plan. So that's why you have to be grateful, but you have to keep pushing and strive for more. You're not being greedy. It's not your pride and ego talking. You just have to be grateful for where you are. Genuinely and truly be grateful. Because again, God can take that away from you in a second. And it really does take time. God is building you to be that person that can handle that future. And that'll take time. That's why when you receive it, when it finally happens, you're like, yes, finally. It's a testimony. It's all a testimony. It's all a journey. And genuinely, man, like, you can't do it without God. I want to be here without Jesus right now. And it's not because I'm just talking about my faith. It's because I kept my eye on Jesus and I realized that what I can do with my platform is to help spread the word and help people find God. I still do my things. I still do my vlogs. I still do my short films. I still do whatever I want. But it's all within for the glory of God. The reason why I do this is because I want people to know that you can do whatever you want. You can achieve anything you want, just as long you have God alongside. You have dreams, you have goals. If you have God by your side, not only can He help you achieve it, He will exceed your expectations and your limits to what you're limiting yourself, to what you think your potential is. He will exceed all of that. You just have to keep your eyes straight to Jesus. Always be grateful when times are rough, when times are good, and do not lose focus when times are good. Because that's what I'm saying. When things start to get real good, when you start to get your followers, when you start to get your money, you can tend to lose focus on it. You switch focus, you change perspective as to like, oh my gosh, it's working. I want more money now. No, keep your eye on Jesus, and whatever happens is a part of his plan. You can't use Jesus to get to where you want to be and change your focus to a worldly thing that can disappear in a second, aka fame, aka money. Because again, God can also take that away in a second. So please, when you're chasing your dreams, it's so important to keep your eye on God at all costs. These are my advice that I really think has helped me within my journey. Number 1, focus on God. Keep your eyes on Jesus all the time. Number 2, be grateful for the good times and for the bad times, especially the bad times. Number 3, do not lose focus when things are getting good. Because you know it's also a possibility to lose focus when things are finally going your way. You're finally living within your prayers and your dreams, that sometimes you start to pan your focus to that thing, and then you start to lose sight of God. You start to not pray. You start to not be thankful. You start to blame God when things are not working out. That's why it's important to always focus on God and to be always grateful. And I know it's super hard to keep faith with God when times are rough. I was there. I am there. People are always there, Even when times are getting rough for me, sometimes I still ask my questions. But you always got to have your eyes on God and believe that it is all a part of his plan. I promise you, it is. I don't want to be that person who talks about his experiences all the time. It sounds egotistical to me, but it's like I've had a lot of moments where I wanted to quit. I've had a lot of moments where I thought like this isn't working out for me. My numbers are getting low. I don't feel the same passion anymore. I think I'm done. But you got to realize that it's all a part of God's plan, and I have to be grateful for wherever I am. Because even if my videos are getting low views, quote unquote, there's a bunch of people out there who are praying and dying to be in a position where I'm at right now. I'm so lucky to even be here. I'm so lucky to have a community who's switching platforms to listen to me on Spotify. I'm so lucky to be where I'm at. And I didn't do any of this. I only did such a small part of this whole thing. Jesus did it all. It's all him. And he can do the same for you if you accept him. Change your ways. Sacrifice some things and realize that those things are really not making you satisfied for real. Those are worldly desires. Lustful maybe, fleshly for sure, humanly. You gotta realize that those are things that won't bring you true happiness and glory in the future, but Jesus will. I promise you, man, you will really open your eyes. Your eyes will really open once you start to seek God first. Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything will come afterwards. I think that's what it is, right? But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Seek him first and everything will just follow up. Promise you can't do this alone. You need Jesus, and you need to change your ways. No matter how much that would break your ego and pride, it's for the better. It's for your future, man. So yeah, definitely got off track there from where we started, but What is your definition of success? It'll definitely change when you have Jesus in your life, and it's for the better. Genuinely, it's amazing. But once again, my definition of success is to at least help someone out there, help one person out. Because I am as normal as one can be. I'm just a person that pushed through it all and believed in God. Everything is a part of His plan anyway. So just keep on going. With that being said, y'all, I love y'all so much. I hope y'all learned something from this episode. It took me a long time to get to where I am right now. It took a lot of sacrifices, took a lot of realizations that, a lot of the things that I do on a regular basis are things that doesn't make God happy. Yeah, you gotta really stop doing those things. You gotta give those up. And it's honestly, man, it's truly better for your future. It may not feel good for the first few days, weeks, months, but trust me, it'll get better with God. You need God. You will not succeed, you will not achieve the biggest of heights if you don't have God beside you. You can only take it so far. Jesus can really exceed your expectations and your potential that you're limiting yourself to. So yeah, say my motto with me, y'all. Make God happy, make yourself happy, make things reality. Hey man, I'm gonna put that on merch soon, mark my words. Yeah man, I'll see you on the next episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Love y'all, man. Peace. Check out the IG and the TikTok everyday posts. Yeah, peace.